I don't know if anybody asked you this question, but I think it's obviously appropriate. What is your favorite plant and why?
My favorite plant is called the. Okay, all right, hear this out. I want you guys to pronounce it too. Rhaphidophora decursiva.
Oh my gosh.
Is my favorite.
What? Refer to. Rhaphidophora
Close.
what? Decursiva?
Decursiva or decursiva. Some people pronounce it.
Decursiva.
Yeah. Rhaphidophora.
Rhaphidophora decursiva.
Refit my former don't curse. Yeah.
That's my favorite plant. It gets huge, and like a monstera, it has like these really sharp slits in the middle of the leaves. Maybe we could put it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
A little pop-up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. It grows so quick, and it's such a statement piece in a household. I have one at home, and it's just beautiful. It's like my pride and joy.
To see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the craziest request you ever had?
It was for Steph Curry. He
dope.
he launched a whiskey brand called Gentleman's Cut. They requested like 20 giant bird of paradises in like a fourth floor in a bar. And I thought that was the craziest part because of being able to source the plant, being able to logistically bring it all up, pot it into find the pots, plant the pots, and bring it to New York. And we only had like a tiny van, so I thought that was pretty nutty, like very emotional too, because it was just so hard, but so fulfilling at the end.
I can imagine, because you're like, I could do this.
Yeah,
I did it,
yeah. And I didn't know who it was for, and at the end of the event, I saw photos. And I was like, this guy's Steph Curry just in front of my plants. Yeah.
So education and about growing and caring for plants is a part of what you do. Can you explain why teaching what you've learned is a must?
I think plants and life hold the same path/alignment. So everything that I learned about plants is how we should approach life. It's patience, it's growth, it's death, it's losing leaves, but it's also regrowing leaves as well. Sometimes you have to cut back the plant and then regrow it in order for the plant to keep growing further. I learned a lot of that just through caring for plants. I would wake up and I would care for my plant, and I think some people would think that's corny, and some people may think that's beautiful, and it's how you think of it, right? Sometimes plants are not for you, but I think the symbolism behind plants is what matters the most, right? If you don't want plants, but you could still hold that same feeling when you go to a restaurant filled with plants or a hotel lobby filled with plants. You get that calm, serene feeling, and that's what plants give you. Not everything has to be hectic in your life. Sometimes being at peace is the best way, right? You don't always have to be in chaos.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So what advice would you give to someone looking to start their plant journey?
I think patience is key at the very, very start, because that first plant, you could either thrive with it or you're going to kill it in 2 weeks. And I mean, and I think because people kill their plants because they put too much love into it. They put too much care, or sometimes they even forget about it, right? And people need that perfect balance, and I think that's what we're here for, right? As a plant shop filled with plant enthusiasts and plant lovers, like we're here to ask all those, answer all those questions for you and help you through your first plant. And even if you killed your first, I've killed my first plant, right? It was a Dracaena marginata.
I definitely killed it.
You killed? Yeah.
Damn, he like rattled it off like it was his ex-girlfriend.
I was like, well.
It was a Tashidra.
I killed my first plant, and I thought, I was like, this is not meant for me. But then I tried again, and now I have so many, right? And it's just trial and error at the end of the day. So
going back, you had mentioned that you come from a farming family. So talk again about the area and where you are in your family's from in the Philippines, and how do you feel about continuing that tradition?
For sure, I think I want to bring a more modern approach to how my family grew up. My Lola always talked about how she just took care of the pigs, and we had chickens, and we had just a garden in the back, and that would feed like our houses, because we had multiple relatives living around us. And I think that's beautiful. It's organic, it's natural, like it's how we're supposed to live, right? And I want to bring that over here, just because I think modern ways here, like traditional ways, like you go to a grocery store and you don't know where that came from. I want to bring my Filipino roots here because I think that is the right way to do it,
I love that.
right? Even though I don't know how to do that yet, it's something that I aspire to do. You know, maybe 5 years from now, I'll blink and I'll have like a farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just to start.
It's
that's
one of those
amazing.
things, yeah.
Now, your family's from Bulacan, is that?
Yeah, and then my dad's from Quezon City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, can you talk about the Filipino values of grit, hard work, and resilience that were instilled in you and how they play a role in your business today?
So I come from an entrepreneurial family, specifically my mom, because she owned a Filipino restaurant in Edison as well, on Amboy Avenue, which is why I mentioned Amboy Avenue before. We had that for a long time. I was like a little kid running around, wreaking havoc in front of the customers. And then, you know, she closed it because we were growing up. And it was, as a mom, as a parent for kids growing up, she has to be there. And she wasn't there a lot.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because I was at the restaurant, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to help her. We always had this saying, when I tried to help, they would say, tulong musit, which meant, like, you're just fucking shit up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and those values that I learned from my mother, because she's so hardworking, she's so stern, right? And she's so business oriented. All those values I learned from her is one of the reasons why I am who I am today. Is because during hard times, it's either I could just quit, it's either I could just lay down for a day, or I could just get up and attack, right? And I think that's the beauty about Filipino grit and hustle. There's no other way except forward.